Alright, Disney and Hershey lovers and season pass holder viewers.
I'm Alex.
I'm Matt.
And yes, today, believe it or not, is Hersheypark Halloween. This is the first night. Revamped.
Yes.
Halloween in Hersheypark Halloween this year. Featuring dark nights, the haunted attractions, the haunted scare zones throughout the park. So this is the first night for that.
So we will be taking you through the park and just showing you like all the scenery and all the decor and all that around here. And we'll give you guys tips and tricks. I know that there are plenty of you that there's questions being asked about. I don't want to get scared. I don't want to follow the scare zone. How can I avoid scare zones? We'll give you tips and tricks for all that. We'll show you the no boo necklaces that you can purchase, which can be found at the supply store over here. If you don't want to be booed at all, if you don't want to be scared at all, or minimal scaring or whatnot. I know there's some areas in the park that are unavoidable. I think there's like one that's unavoidable, the others can be avoided.
We'll give you the tips and tricks
Yes.
of how to avoid all that, and should you want to.
And plus we're here, we'll check on Wildcat and see what Wildcat looks like over there, and the whole Wildcat project. So without further ado, let's go up to Chocolate World and then over to the supply store, and then after that we'll head into the park. Alright guys, we are inside Chocolate World, and as you can see, fall Halloween's out in full force around here. We have the green and purple lettering with the cobwebs if you look closely up there. And over here we have this big photo opportunity on the wall. This changes seasonally. Now we have Halloween stuff up here. There's someone getting their picture taken over there. And we have Halloween candy out throughout the building. As you saw on Alex's last vlog on the channel here, he showed you just a little sampling, but we are going to take you around the building and show you all the Halloween candy that they have that you can buy in here, and different kinds of stuff. And then after that, we'll head over to the park. One thing to note, guys, they do have the 4D show entrance walled off here. That closed back on Labor Day weekend. It's now closed. We're excited to see what they will be announcing for this space for next year. All right, guys, this is one of 3 trick-or-treat stops that can be found inside Chocolate World. So what the park recommends is when you're doing your trick-or-treating with children to come in the Chocolate World and start here. They have 3 stops before, and then the rest is over in the boardwalk over in the park. And I believe they have like 11 or 12 stops over there according to the website. Right here is where they'll be handing out the candy when they start it later today. So here you go. As always, we have all kinds of Halloween themed candy out here. We have build your own chocolate cookie houses right here. Green colored cream and Reese's peanut butter cups, Hershey's Fangs, cookie and cream Fangs. These little baggies for the kids. I believe Alex showed us these in the last vlog. If you look down here, we have Mr. Reese's guy with fangs dressed up. Plus Reese's. And if you look over here, we have Squishmallows, jack-o'-lantern themed right here. And then we do have more Halloween themed candy here. Breaking Bones, Kit Kats, Witch's Brew Kit Kats right here. And Monster Kisses right here. Dracula Kisses down here. All kinds of cool stuff. Another new seasonal flavor is the pumpkin pie Kit Kats. Be sure to check those out right here. Pumpkin pie. And of course we have the other flavors which you saw earlier over on the other shelf, the other display rack. So yep, be sure to check these out when you're here. You'll be glad you did. Something new that we spotted here is some more Halloween theming. We have a graveyard stuck blended in jungle here. It looks pretty cool. In fact, that we have purple lighting back there shining up on that one. But these are pretty cool. Different colored pumpkins. gravestones, Hershey themed gravestones, Chocolate World I should say. But yeah, very interesting to say the least. As always, Chocolate World outdoes themselves every year. They have these unique seasonal displays that now they changed over to Halloween. You can hear closely the sound effects inside of there. Howls, howling going on and whatnot. But every year they outdo themselves, and this is by far no exception. So yep, great photo opportunity here. And then as you look around the sides, we have more Halloween candy, most of which can be found in the front of the building. So I'm not going to take the time to walk around because what you see here is pretty much what's in the front of the building. But we absolutely love what they do here as far as the displays goes. They look fantastic. All right, we are in the supply store and we spot more Halloween Hershey candy here. So yes, if you forgot it at Chocolate World, you'll find it here as well. As you can see here, we have all new, brand spanking new merchandise for the haunted houses, the Dark Nights haunted houses and scare zones here. There's plenty of different items to choose from, including socks right here, keychains, large poster prints with the logos of the attractions. You come over here, we have more keychains, more prints, license plates for your car, baby socks for your infant. We have lanyards over here and pins right here. And we would also like to point out that these purple necklaces down here, the No Boo necklaces is what they're referred to. For $16.95, you can purchase one of these and wear it in the park after 6 o'clock in the evenings when the haunted houses and scare zones open up. If you do not wish to be scared in the scare zones, as they mentioned here, purchase a No Boo necklace to let our scare zone monsters know not to scare you. $16.99. And mind you, season pass holders do get the 15% off, like they do with other merchandise. So if you're a season pass holder or are not so keen on being scared, you can pick one of these up with your discount. So yep, all kinds of stuff here. All right, we even have more Dark Nights merchandise over here. As you can see, more Boo necklaces right here. So there are plenty of them. If you don't want to be scared, you can easily purchase one here at the supply store before you go into the park for your visit. We have water bottles here, sweatshirts, t-shirts down here, glow in the dark. If you walk over here, we have magnets of all kinds right here, and water bottles, shot glasses over here. And if you walk over here, we have postcard prints of each of the haunted house logos and scare zone logos right here. And over here we even have more merchandise, more shot glasses, hats, baseball caps, sweatshirts down here. So yes, if you're a big Halloween fan, and especially the new Dark Nights promotion that they're starting this year, you will not be disappointed with the amount of merchandise that can be found in this store. It's unreal, the amount of merchandise that they came up with for the Dark Nights and new Dark Nights promotion. All right, now we finally made it into the park here.
We are on our way to Midway.
Yeah, we're going to start at the back of the park and work our way forward and show you everything that we want to show you, as well as tips and tricks and all that good stuff.
Of course, the Wildcat update on Midway.
Yeah, and the haunted houses and scare zones, like where they're at and how to avoid them, as we mentioned earlier. So, with further ado, we are not going to ride candy first thing today because
the majority of these people are going to go straight there.
And one tip that we can give you is Laugh Track, which is the popular spinning indoor coaster back in Midway. They completely turn the lights off for this event every single year, and it's always one of the and it's one of the most popular things to do here. So if you don't go back and ride that first thing once the park opens, you know,
it's going to be a line very quickly.
On a day like this, yes.
Do the first thing, especially on a Saturday. Do the first thing.
Yes. So so we're going to do that, and then we'll move on to our updates. So, all right, we'll see you back there. All right, guys, we are here before we make our way back to Midway. Just wanted to see some of the upgraded theming that they've done around here. This is very cool looking what they've done. They've really plussed some things up around here. Can't wait to see what the rest of the park looks like, but this looks fantastic so far, what we see here with this. Very great job, Hershey. And if you look across the way here, we have a Dark Night sign over here. Great photo opportunity over here for people to get their pictures taken. Looks like these people might be doing that just right now, but great photo opportunity. Make sure to take advantage while you're here. Interesting concept here. The park is heavily promoting Mountain Dew's Voodoo drink, specialty drink here at this Pepsi refill station. The signage looks pretty cool. Something worth noting when you're here this year for the fall season. Another note here on our way back to Midway is this little gift store here across from Fahrenheit. Normally they sell sports themed memorabilia in here, but they changed the name to Hersheypark Boutique. If you look inside, they sell a lot of specific merchandise, Halloween merchandise. Not exactly all Hersheypark related, but more just general Halloween. So yes, another new addition to this year. Another new merchandise opportunity here is the Dark Nights Emporium. It looks like it's pretty much Dark Knight specific merchandise. Pretty much what we saw in the supply store earlier. Has like all the different haunted houses and all that stuff. Haunted houses and scare zone merchandise that we saw earlier at the supply store. So yes, there's definitely enough Dark Nights merchandise around here if you're interested in any. What an interesting, clever idea here. They took the front car of both of Wildcat's original trains, or Millennium Flyer trains, and displayed them here with skeletons. Interesting decor here. A nice tribute to Wildcat as the ride is currently undergoing its transformation into something new. Still don't know the announcement yet. We'll be keeping you guys updated on that when that information becomes available from park management. But meanwhile, check out this cool, nifty photo op while you're here. Nice tribute to Wildcat. All right, we just came off Laugh Track in the pitch black.
And it is so much fun.
Oh, I'm telling you what, I highly recommend this. I've said this before in past years. I highly recommend this ride.
Your senses are totally gone.
You have no idea what you're doing in there. You have no idea what you're doing in there. And let me just tell you this. This is the best time all year to ride this thing.
Yeah. If you want a whole new experience with Laugh Track, come here at Halloween time where they shut out all the lights and you can't see anything. I tell you, the first time we ever did this, man, I just freaked out. I was like, where am I?
Yes, you have no idea where you're going in there.
And first-time riders are in for a bigger surprise.
Yes. Well, anyway, let's check out more of the park here and see what they're doing for Dark Nights.
For Halloween.
Yeah. All right. All right, we are here by one of the scare zones here.
This is Midway Misery.
And we'll show it to you.
Here in Midway, America.
And by far, this is probably the most intense, I think, of what the park is promoting. They're calling this the darkest corner
section of the
park.
So
Yes, if you want to, if you're interested in Lightning Racer night rides, just a tip that unless you have a scare necklace, we probably advise you to stay away from this area unless you want to be scared.
Unless you're into scary. If you're not into scary stuff and want to do a night ride on Lightning Racer, get the Boo necklace, because once you enter where the whip is, you're going to get jump scares and people running at you, and if you have kids that don't want, you shouldn't go through it, and you don't want them to go through it, get the Boo necklace. On the other hand, if you're a thrill seeker, like scary stuff, haunted houses, go ahead, you don't need it, more the merrier. But just as a note, get the Boo necklace if you have to go through this to get to a ride.
This is really the only scare zone, I believe, that you have to walk through to get like the racer Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
The other, as what we've mentioned before, and even on our Facebook groups, our Facebook pages, you know, it can be avoided, and we're going to show you that later while we're here. All right, so let's go check out this Midway of Misery section right here, shall we? Okay. All right, guys, we're just going to take you through the Midway of Misery section here. As a side note, the park's website does mention that the whip will be one of several attractions that will not be operational for this event, and the reason being is right here, the entrance to one of the 4 haunted houses, Twisted Darkness. What they're doing is they're utilizing the whip's area, the front of the whip, and what it looks like might be inside the whip there a little bit. The queue line in there, the switchbacks if needed, if they need more space for busier nights, and then basically you'll go out through that gate over there, gate 13A, go around the back of the north side of the laugh track building, and re-enter the park over by the tent where this haunted house will be located. So this explains as why the whip is temporarily closed. It will be open for Christmas Candy Lane though, so not to worry, the whip will be back open for Christmas. You can see here, is right now none of the haunted houses are open, so they have temporarily closed signs here. And if you walk over here, they even have a fast track system set up. As you saw, we'll show you, they have kiosks here, just like they do in the summer, where you can buy fast track for the roller coasters and whatnot. They have fast tracks for the haunted houses as well, set up right here. So just to give you an idea of what's going on here. So this is Twisted Darkness. The descent is in the back half of the tent. We'll show you that entrance over there later, over by where we've been covering the haunted houses the past several vlogs. All right, guys. As you just saw, we did Laugh Track in the Dark. It's one of the 4 dark ride experiences what they have here. Same as in past years. Just look for these signs at the entrance to your favorite coaster. That will help you a dark ride experience. Also, including Lightning Racer, which we're standing at right now, Comet, and Candemonium. Those 3 coasters will be during the last hour of opening of park hours every day, while Laugh Track is from park open to park closed. So just to let you guys know. And also, if we walk over here, something else we want to point out is this sign right here. For several of the attractions that are located within scare zones or right next to a scare zone, this will indicate what attractions will need to close early in preparation for the scare zones, which will open at 6 p.m. And so for Midway of Misery, that would mean that this attraction right here, Tiny Tracks, will close at 5 o'clock p.m. as they prepare this area for 6 o'clock opening of the scare zones back here. Same goes anywhere else. I believe Teacups and Sweet Swing are early closing rides for down in the Hollow for the same reason, because of Darkstone's Hollow. That's the name of the scare zone down in the Hollow. Same situation, closes early due to the scare zones. So keep this in mind if you're bringing your younger ones here that enjoy the kiddie rides. All right, guys, it's time to check up on Wildcat to see what's going on. We will start right here. And as you can see, clearly there is track laying back there. Wildcat track that was removed from the ride. We'll get a look later on where they removed it. But you can clearly see it laying back there. As far as elsewhere in this area, it doesn't look like too much more has been going on. The queue line structure still back there. Now whether or not they started digging into that, we don't know because it's hidden behind the fence. But as far as the awning that was above the outside, the first section of switchbacks is still standing. Probably not for longer. But yep, that's pretty much what's going on from this vantage point. You can see back there. All right, guys, another view of the loading station. A lot has happened since we were here, even since our last update with Alex. And as you can see, all the roof is gone. The cupola is on the top. The sections with the windows are gone. And guys, this is our theory on this, but it more than likely looks like this thing is being renovated, extremely renovated to the fullest rather than demolished. Why we're saying that is, every time we do an update on this thing, we can clearly see that this thing is being carefully dismantled piece by piece, as you can see, and not demolished all at once, which has us really believing now that this thing is being renovated and not demolished. And if you look that way back here, you can see a section of the track that leads into the station is gone. So yes, their construction is really picking up in full force here. And we will continue to cover this for you guys. All right, guys, some new developments here we just spotted. As you can see in the track right here, there's a fresh new cut right in the wood right there. So that's definitely an indicator that this section of track is going to be lifted out of here very soon. And if you look up on that section of track up there, there's yellow caution tape up there for whatever reason. Not sure if that section might be getting removed soon too or not, that's why the caution tape's there.
I can guarantee you, like after once Christmas hits, this area's going to be blocked off.
I think so too, yeah.
Because Chippy and Pete...
So yes, they're definitely moving with this project, guys. Here again, freshly cut wood right here. I would expect to see this gone pretty soon. So yes, interesting developments here at Wildcat as what we spotted today. All right, we just came back from Midway. We're heading down towards
Trailblazer.
Towards that haunted house down there that we've been following the construction on over the past several months. So we'll check that out and see what the finished product looks like down there. And
we are checking this out during the day. We will have other people, other vloggers covering
Mindy.
the haunted houses themselves.
Yeah, our vlogger Mindy will be covering the haunted houses, scare zones. So she'll have a more in-depth video for you guys as far as what's going on over there. So, all right. You can see remixed here, as it was made mention about in the press release originally back in July. That remix is supposed to have a seasonal flavor, but I don't think they ever mentioned what that will be.
Yeah. So they didn't really announce it, unless it's probably just, you'll find out once you get it.
We'll find out if you happen to be fortunate enough to get it, then good.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below or in our Facebook groups if you get the seasonal flavor and what it is. All right.
That makes sense.
All right, guys, we are here at another haunted house, the Haunted Coal Mine. This is the one that one of the few that we've been really following the construction of over the summer months. It's all officially done and ready to go. And as you can see, the park has made mention that Trailblazer will be another early closure ride to accommodate this. Reason being because, as you can see here, the outdoor queue line for our haunted coal mine sits in this pathway for Trailblazer. So once this haunted house opens up, they will not be able to run Trailblazer due to the way this is set up. So yes, if you want your Trailblazer rides during this event, get them before 5 o'clock. And as you can see here, they have the temporary fast track queue line here for the haunted coal mine right here. So then, yeah, you'll come around out of the queue line across the bridge here and right over here to the actual attraction. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. Over here in this area is the Valley of Fear scare zone, and we've covered pretty much the scenery of that before. You can see the old sign from Looper over there. So yes, this is a scare zone down here. But as we said before, this area can be bypassed if you choose not to be a part of the scare zone. You can take the high level bridge across Spring Creek, you know, that goes past under the monorail and up towards the Triple Towers. You can avoid this scare zone as well as Darkstone's Hollow, and enjoy the attractions up in the Kissing Tower Hill region of the park without stepping foot inside a scare zone. All right, guys, here's the finished product of the part of the Valley of Fear scare zone that we're standing in. The reason I'm showing you this coal mine shaft is if you can hear inside of here, they have sound effects going on. Now, obviously, this will more than likely be where one of the scare actors will jump out at you. Right here, you can see right there. And that's not just all. There's more theming on the other side, more than likely where they'll have more actors. You know, we showed you that before. So yeah, this is all part of the Valley of Fear area right here. The scare zone. All right, guys, we just came up from the Valley of Fear and the haunted coal mine area, Trailblazer area is what it's normally called. And as you can see, we're taking the high level bridge right here because this is one of the recommended bypasses to bypass both the Valley of Fear and Darkstone's Hollow scare zones. They get between the Music Box, Music Box Founders Way and the hill areas.
Something interesting, they covered the side of the bridge with like a camouflage barrier cover. I wonder if that's not to let the public see what's going on down there. So yeah, that's interesting. But they will not. It's a scare zone, so you have to bypass it by going up
the high bridge here.
Up the high bridge where Trailblazer coal mine is, up that hill, around where the Triple Towers are.
So as we said, there are ways to bypass the majority of the scare zones around here. So,
and I think they kept that in mind when they were planning it.
Yes, to keep this still a family event, but then have some more intense theming around here. You know, instead of a 13 and over like a lot of parks do. So yep. We are standing here in front of Simply Chocolate, and the reason being because this place is so well known for the king size shakes, and this year's Hersheypark Halloween event, the Dark Nights are no exception. They have gone all out here. You can see that. And not to mention that, but just all over the place. We showed you a few earlier. They've renamed some food places, and they've really went all out. You can find more about the food options this year on Hersheypark's Facebook page, as well as our website. They will give you more information about that. And so yes, happy eating to you guys. Alright, we are heading down into the final of the 4 scare zones that we haven't covered yet here. And Darkstone's Hollow down here. And what is Common Hall, you can see here, this whole area. Well, most of this area will be Darkstone's Hollow scare zone. And as you can see over here, they have this bridge shut off. You cannot cross this bridge at all, because on the other side of the creek over there, is where they have one of the haunted houses, and then the scare zone.
Yeah, the scare zone.
Yeah. So, as you can see here, they have theming over there for it. Yeah.
So yeah, this will be Darkstone's Hollow.
Yeah, and then
this part of the bridge.
Yeah, and then of course these 2 attractions are going to be our other early closure rides due to this starting at 6 o'clock.
As I said before, a lot of the kids' attractions that surround the scare zones and haunted houses will be closing early or will be shut for this season due to
Like
the fact
Skyview, just for this Halloween season.
because of the way it's placed in the area.
Now, mind you, that Skyview will be open for Christmas Candy Lane. That's a big thing with Noel down here, the Noel show down here.
For the Christmas.
Yeah, so that will be opening as well, along with the whip. So yeah, don't worry, those rides aren't going anywhere. So let's just take a look through here real quickly as we complete our Hersheypark Halloween vlog here real quick. Let's take a look down here and see what they're doing. Okay. All right, this is the last of special attractions that they added that we want to cover here. This is the queue line, the temporary queue line for this haunted house down here, which will be over in the old amphitheater over there. So basically, they are utilizing the Dispatch Pizza seating area as the queue over the bridge over there and down that path under the Skyview over to the amphitheater. That's what it looks like.
Long queue line, but I think these attractions are really going to fill up once it comes time.
Oh, yeah, give it about another few hours. This place is going to be busy. But yes. Yeah, and also to let you guys know, the Creature Chaos right there, that's the name of that haunted house. To let you guys know that you can still do Sky Rush and Super Duper Looper dark rides without walking through Darkstone's Hollow by clearly taking the Sky Rush path over there, which will bring you out right here to Looper's entrance and Sky Rush's entrance right over there. So yes, it's still possible to do dark rides on these two coasters without walking through Darkstone's Hollow. So we wanted to make that clear to you guys. Does it for here. You can kind of, if you look up there, you can kind of see the queue line, how it crosses the bridge and goes over and down underneath Looper over there for Creature Chaos. And another Dark Knights kiosk over there to purchase your wristbands for the haunted houses. Alright, that about does it for this vlog. I think we cover pretty much this whole event for everyone.
Yeah.
The tips and tricks and everything, and in and out, everything in between.
Yeah.
What to expect here. What are your thoughts?
Well, it looks a lot different. I mean, they really decorated this place. They really have
better than past years.
Yeah, this is the first time they've really decorated in years. And I think when we heard this Dark Knights thing was coming in, we really knew that the decorations and the revamped Halloween was coming back. So this is really, really good. They did good this year. So.
Yes. Yes, as you see, we're walking down the Sky Rush path again. We highly recommend you take. For those of you in our groups that are members and watch it and follow our YouTube channel that may have questions about the scare zones, this is one of the bypasses to one of the scare zones. If you want to ride Sky Rush or the Looper, you can come down this way without walking through Darkstone's Hollow, or you can purchase a scare-free necklace.
Yeah.
If you so desire. But that said, I think this pretty much covers it.
Yeah. So come down to Hersheypark this year and enjoy Hersheypark. Yes. Hersheypark Halloween.
Newly expanded 7 weekends in a row here.
And
we'll have more coverage here. You know, our vlogger Mindy, she'll be covering the haunted houses and scare zones more in depth. And we'll have Treatville. Some of our kids in the park will be doing that. So yes, we'll have the whole event covered for you guys.
All right.
So that said, have a magically sweet day, everyone. Bye. That's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Check us out on our social media channels, including our Facebook group, where you can meet other fans as well as join in on the various discussions of both Disney and Hershey. Let us know what else you would like to see for future episodes on our channel. Until then, thank you for watching and have a magically sweet day.